There are 2 races remaining. Lando could be world champion tonight, but if Max finishes ahead of him, the title will go to Abu Dhabi. 5 lights are on, and away we go. Good reaction from Oscar Piastri and also from Max Verstappen, who's side by side with Lando Norris going down towards turn 1 round the outside. Max Verstappen takes second place, and it's Oscar Piastri in the lead from Max Verstappen and then Lando Norris. Max Verstappen needs to finish ahead of Lando Norris tonight to stay in contention for the title, but Oscar Piastri got the start the start he needs, and he leads away from Verstappen and Norris. Then comes Kimi Antonelli and Carlos Sainz completing the top 5. Then comes Fernando Alonso and George Russell. That's the Alpine of Pierre Gasly trying to go down the inside of Isaac Hadjar, but it's Oscar Piastri who's got the start done nicely out in front. Piastri, who's also still fighting for this title, is fighting hard out in the lead. He's stretching away from Verstappen and Norris as he's looking to build his confidence for the remainder of this Grand Prix. As there goes Liam Lawson and Lewis Hamilton side by side. Hamilton goes off the track. Lawson maintains 13th, and Piastri leads on the first lap of 57 ahead of Verstappen and Norris. So let's look at this start then. Piastri got the start he needed. Verstappen getting the start he needed as he sweeps past Lando Norris, and that's exactly what the 4-time champ needs to stay in contention for the championship going into next week's finale in Abu Dhabi. Piastri though got away clean. You can see Nico Hülkenberg getting the move done on Charles Leclerc, and that puts Hülkenberg up into the points. Leclerc tried to fight back, but off the track he goes, and this is Pierre Gasly going off the track and just keeping himself away from rejoining on safely if it wasn't. You can see there, we're seeing a battle there in the background. There, and that is Nico Hülkenberg in the Sauber, who has gone off at turn 2, and that is going to 100% be a safety car for sure, and this could change everything already on lap 7 of 57, and there is Pierre Gasly with a puncture. I wonder if both Gasly and Hülkenberg make contact, and we have got a safety car here in Qatar, and this could change everything. Now let's see what happened. Hülkenberg was on the outside of Gasly. Gasly hits Hülkenberg's right rear. Round the Sauber goes, and that's Hülkenberg out of the Qatar Grand Prix. And Gasly surely going to get a penalty for that collision with the Sauber of Nico Hülkenberg. Max Verstappen comes into the pits. Piastri and Norris have stayed out. Everyone else is coming into the pits behind Verstappen. Has McLaren made a critical mistake here? If they have, then this is going to cost them big time in the rest of this race. Verstappen's pitted, Piastri and Norris haven't.
I just followed him in now. If you knew the guy ahead was staying in. They have lost all their flexibility for the remainder of the race. McLaren.
This is going to be absolutely gutting for McLaren. They need to stretch away. We're underway again on start lap 11 of 57. Oscar Piastri still leads from Lando Norris in second. Then it's Max Verstappen in third, and then comes Carlos Sainz in the Williams. Max Verstappen is looking comfortable to win this Grand Prix. When Piastri and Norris make their 2 stops, Verstappen is looking to be a pretty good contender to win this Grand Prix here. He's pitted under the safety car, and I'm sure when he does the 25 lap radius of both tyres, he should be able to get to the end. In comes Oscar Piastri. He needs this to be good, as into the pits comes the McLaren, and Lando Norris will be pitting on the next lap for sure as Verstappen moves to second. Max Verstappen now moves into the lead of the race as Lando Norris comes in for his pit stop, and that looks quick down at McLaren. A 2.2 second pit stop on board with Piastri, who's all over the back of Kimi Antonelli in the Mercedes. Piastri needs to get past this traffic if he wants to set a chance of beating Max Verstappen. Piastri's gaining on Antonelli. He's gaining on Antonelli. He sends it on Antonelli into turn 1, and Oscar Piastri clears one of the cars. He needs to clear the other. And here's the replay of how Piastri did it, lunging on Antonelli, and Piastri leaving it no risk for the title. In comes Max Verstappen. He is looking to be comfortable to win this Grand Prix. It depends what the two McLarens do. Sainz and Antonelli should come in as well. Piastri will regain the lead of this race. Oh dear, Ollie Behrman with an unsafe release, and he is under investigation for that severe incident, and that has definitely ruined Ollie Behrman's race. The man who finished 4th in Mexico is going to score nothing. What's happening with Lando Norris then? Coming out turn 14, and oh dear, that has definitely cost Lando Norris a heap of time, not only to Piastri, but to Verstappen as well. Something has happened here to Oscar Piastri. Let's see what happened. Oh, nearly similar to what his teammate did a few laps ago. Luckily, Piastri didn't lose a heap of time. Well, he probably did for that moment, but Piastri is still comfortable with the lead. Oh, and that is Fernando Alonso with a big spin. That's why he's lost 2 places to both Hadjar and Russell. In then comes Oscar Piastri. Now then, is this the right call for Piastri to get after Verstappen? Norris then comes into the pits for his final stop. Max Verstappen regains the lead of this Qatar Grand Prix, and sadly for Norris, he's going to come out not only behind Sainz, but behind Antonelli. Oh, and there's a front left puncture for Isaac Hadjar. Hadjar, who's running in the top 6, is now going to score nothing. You can see that Lando Norris is trying everything. Oh, Antonelli! What's happened to Kimi Antonelli? I don't know. But Lando Norris has cruised by, and those 2 crucial points could be very crucial in this championship battle. You can see Antonelli had a slide. That's why Norris got through.
Like he just pulled over and let Norris through. Still!
Even though Norris got past Antonelli, it's still a crucial win for Max Verstappen, who will bring the title to Abu Dhabi as he wins the Qatar Grand Prix. Oscar Piastri comes home to be 2nd, and we will have a 3-way title decider next week in Abu Dhabi, which will decide everything. It's behind the top 2. It's history, and a 2nd podium of the season for Williams and for Carlos Sainz. Finishes 3rd ahead of Lando Norris. 1 more lap and Norris would have gotten him. Verstappen still fighting hard to win the title. We've done 23 races now, and just 1 remains. It's a race that will decide everything. It's the championship decider next weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, join us in 7 days' time. This will be a title fight you don't want to miss.